Yeah, I've been to Slovenia once with the Prodigy, but my first time here DJing tonight. Um, didn't get here till it was dark, unfortunately. Um, but it looks like a lovely place, and looking forward to seeing it tomorrow in the daylight. And yeah, obviously know a little bit about the history of Yugoslavia and all the sort of breaking up of sort of Eastern Europe, but I don't know too much about the actual uh, way of life here and things like that. I know you obviously have different speaking areas and stuff like that, but seems good to me. James Brown, I suppose, was the biggest inspiration for dancing. Um, I just thought he was awesome. Music influences, all that sort of stuff. I've always been into sort of music that is involved dancing. I mean, be it punk, um, sort of ska movement in England, mods, wherever people used to go out and dance, them sort of parties, that was the sort of music I was into. Break dancing, soul and funk and stuff like that, hip hop, and then obviously sort of rave and electronic music. So I've always been into music where you go out to actually dance. Probably since I was 16, so about 22 years I've been DJing now. Obviously, that was before people used to mix. You just used to fade the music in and out, and hip hop stuff. But yeah, 22 years, quite a long time. I don't think I could say I've had a best set because there's so many different things that make a good set. I mean, every year I play the V Festival in England, and that is always brilliant because all my friends are there and just the tent I play in has always got a good atmosphere. But I've played shows in Russia, or a show in Russia called Fort Dance, which is literally on a fort in the middle of the sea. Yeah, it can depend. Germany, I love playing because I know every time I'm there, it's going to be good. Um, it's there is no one best thing. It's like trying to say what's your favourite record or something. It's a bit of an impossible question, but yeah, it can be so many different things. Nothing's changed between us in that regard of things. And yeah, obviously, doing something like that is going to affect you because people recognise you and things like that, which you have to get used to. Um, and to be honest, I'm glad I don't have that uh, sort of pressure anymore like I used to when I was in the band. It was quite a lot to deal with, having people camping outside your house and things like that. So yeah, it does affect you. You feel like you have to put a bit of a wall around yourself sometimes to have a private life. Um, Not so much now. I kind of forget about all that stuff now, but yeah, it affected me when I was in the band quite a bit. With writing music, and I think nearly any musician even will tell you that you learn all the time. I've just started my own record label called Electric Taste Buds, and I've got a couple of releases out on that, and some other stuff that I'm working on that'll be out soon. But it's always hard for me because I like too many different sorts of music. I like writing lyrics, so I like guitar music. I like dance music, electronic music, and I think for a long time I was always, what sort of music do I want to try and write? And I spent so much time worrying about it that I didn't actually write music and just put it out. And now that I've set up this record label and that everything's the whole world's digital online and stuff like that, it's a lot easier just to write a song and put it out, in 2 or 3 days. So you don't have to worry about someone from a record label liking it or saying, "Oh, you've changed styles. 1 minute, last record was electronic, now you're doing guitar music." It allows you to do what you want, and that's what I intend to do over the next 3 or 4 or 5 years, is try and build up a record label, get some other artists on there and different sorts of music and stuff. And I think music should ever be expanding, and people shouldn't just listen to one style of music. There's so much good music out there. Um, so yeah, I hope that I can keep on learning and keep getting better at it. So I'm a long way off. I'm a long way off being totally sort of happy with what I do. You know, I met him at an airport. Mm, I've been out in God, where had I been? I've been out in Taiwan or somewhere like that. And he, yeah, yeah, I've been out in Singapore or Taiwan doing a DJ set New Year's Eve, and he'd been somewhere else, and we met at an airport coming back, and just started talking and swapped phone numbers and said, "Yeah, we should get together and have a listen to what we both do," sort of thing. So he come down to my house and I played him some stuff, and he was a bit surprised it was me singing, and just decided to sort of try and do some tracks. So he sent me a few songs, and I started doing some vocals on them, and it just started working. Then we done a live show for nearly 2 years with Jim Davies, who used to be in the Prodigy and Pitch Shifter. He was doing it as well. So yeah, we had a good little vibe, a live show, and I was doing all the vocals, and yeah, we've done some good gigs. But I stopped doing that again last year. But three tracks on the new album, Hyper album, coming out this year. Got vocals on there. But as for the live thing, I've sort of been there, done it, and I don't think I can do that anymore, really. I have made a one track start. I'm going to do a sort of slow breakbeat, chill outy type album, something to just listen to, really. So I have started that, but I'd imagine that'll be probably close to a year before before it's done with all the dance music I'm writing as well. I'll just have to see. But yeah, a couple of new tracks in the pipeline. Some collaborations with some English people, a lot of people who sort of used to write music in the early days of rave and dance music. So yeah, that's it really. That and the Hyper album coming out this year, and plenty of DJing. So I'm busy enough I can't really fit much more in. I couldn't put my finger on one. And hopefully there's going to be lots more. I don't know. I think it's too hard in life to say what is your one thing. I think if you're lucky, you've had plenty of things. I've done some mad things, but yeah, I couldn't really say one. I mean, playing in Red Square in Russia was an amazing experience, but that's just one of them. Just one of them. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a footballer. So that was the one thing I would have liked to have done. But I used to be an electrician before I was in the band, and now if I stop doing music, I'd imagine I'll probably get into something like massage or osteopath or something. Not holistic. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Well, I think if you're lucky enough in life to have a job that you enjoy, that you want to do, that you can't ask for anything else. So I know now that if I had to do another job, it'd be something that I wanted to do. So I'm not really bothered what it would be. I know I'd want to do it. I'd find something that I would be happy to do. So it's not like when you leave school and you just want to try and get a job that pays decent money, whether you like it or not, No, not yet. Not yet, no. One day. What am I waiting for? I haven't been married that long.